This week, I spend 12 hours on a plane without even leaving the country, as I take a ride on the world's longest truly domestic flight.
Just want to land. Welcome to Boston in Massachusetts. I'm about to get on board a 12-hour long-haul flight, but I'm not even going to have to take my passport, because today I'm taking a flight on the world's longest truly domestic flight. One of my favourite things about flying domestically in the States is that you only have to rock up to the airport like an hour before your plane leaves. It's great for people like me who are super lazy. The other cool thing is that I can just travel domestically with my driving licence, don't need my passport, and for me, usually I don't even need that because I've got TSA clear, which means it does it all on your eyes or your fingerprints. So we'll go and head through there today and make it as easy as possible. Morning guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm awesome, thank you.
Good.
Hi there, good morning. Thanks, you too. Alright, super straightforward through security in like 2 minutes. Love it, absolutely love it. Right, I've got a bit of time now before the flight, believe it or not, even though it's like an hour until we leave, because, well, that was so straightforward. So now I need to head through to see if we can get in the lounge, so I need coffee. Hi, good morning, how are you doing?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing alright, thank you very much.
Let's take it to that gate.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you. Right, so this flight usually includes access to the Delta One lounge, which is just over the other way, but it's not open at this time of the morning. But never mind, it's okay. This is the Sky Club. It's pretty much empty at this time of day because there is only one flight going from this pier at this time of day, and it's my flight today across to Honolulu in Hawaii. That 12-hour run. It's a very, very long flight, and it's all domestic. So the title of world's longest domestic flight varies slightly depending on which country you ask. If you speak to the Russians, they'll tell you it's from Moscow to Petropavlovsk in the far east of Russia, because it is just flying over one solitary piece of land. If you speak to the French, they'll tell you it's to some little remote island on the other side of the world that just happens to be a French dependency. But a bit of an issue with that, not only does it fly over half a dozen other countries to get there, but also you still need your passport. So to me, it's not really a domestic flight if you still have to go through passport control on both ends. Today's flight from Boston to Honolulu doesn't require any passport. It just flies over the US all the way, and it's like 12 hours long, so it's pretty much the same length as France's claim to the island in the South Indian Ocean, Reunion. It's pretty much the same length of flight as that, and it's all within the US, no passport needed. Now this is only a domestic flight today, albeit a very long one, but whenever I travel internationally, it can be an absolute nightmare trying to get data on my phone whenever I step off the plane. I do have a pretty decent plan with my network provider here, which is great because it gives me free access to the internet when I travel, but the issue with that is that for a start, it doesn't work in a lot of places, and for a second, it's data limited. Once I've used a little bit of data, it finishes, and then I'm stuck without any data. But that's where this week's video sponsor Saily comes in. They're amazing, and they have an app that lets you download an eSIM straight onto your phone. That eSIM can be from a local network anywhere in the world, so as soon as you step off the plane, you're on a local network and you've got full access to the internet just like you would at home. It's super easy. You just download the Saily app, install the eSIM, and then choose your data plan, and then as soon as you step off the plane, that's it, you're connected. Saily works in over 190 countries, so wherever you go in the world, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to be sorted with a Saily eSIM. They're giving you 15% off now if you use my promo code Noel Phillips at the link on the screen now. Right, let's get down to the gate. So there is my ride over to Hawaii today. Airbus A330 of Delta Airlines. This flight to Hawaii is actually longer than a flight from Boston to Istanbul. Let that sink in for a minute. It's about an extra few hundred miles over to Hawaii than it is to get all the way over to Turkey. Crazy. 11 hours 35 minutes. The flight time today, I think somewhere around there. You probably a little bit longer because the headwinds are quite bad today, but we'll figure it out. But let's go and get on board.
Zone 1, welcome to board this time.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Got there in the end.
Enjoy your flight.
Thank you. Hi, good morning. How are you? 7J.
Second aisle over that way.
All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
Well, and you?
Awesome.
Awesome. I like awesome.
Right then, welcome on board the world's longest domestic flight with Delta Airlines on their Airbus A330 here in Delta One today. Delta One's their international business class. This usually you don't get it on first class, but this is my music's really loud. Usually you don't get it on domestic flights, but this flight is that long that it warrants having Delta One. So we get the full Delta One treatment. We get a Delta One menu today with some nice goodies on it, some nice treats. We even get an amenity kit on a domestic flight. Practically unheard of. We'll go through that in a little bit. Let's get settled in. Hopefully they turn this music off a bit and we'll get on our way over to Hawaii, baby.
It wasn't long until everybody was on board and we were pushing back from the gate for our departure from Boston. Our route today then took us west out of Boston, crossing the entire width of America before coasting out over Oregon. From there we flew out over the Pacific down to Honolulu. Flight time today was 11 hours and 35 minutes, cruising at 39,000 feet.
Alright, so being such a long flight today, we actually get 2 meal services on this flight. We get the dinner service now just after takeoff, and I think there's like a before landing snack or something later on at the end of the flight. For the main course I've gone for the chicken curry, and I have to say it does look rather nice for airplane food at least. So it's a Thai red curry, which looks quite nice actually. It tastes quite nice too. It looked a little bit dry when it came out, but actually it tastes really nice and moist. Very good.
Once dinner was done we got this amazing dessert as well, which was absolutely delicious.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Alright, the 2 Noels Lou Review on the world's longest domestic flight. This is one of the forward loos on the Delta A330. It's in the middle at the front, which is a bit strange. Normally they're off to either side, but it's quite nice because it means it's full height all the way across, and you get to see me twice to shut that. It's quite a nice loo. We've got a loo just there, we've got a baby changing table, we've got a couple of bits of toiletries, a bit of trash there just laying there, and yes, that's it pretty much. Quite nice really, not too busy, very clean as well, which is quite nice apart from that bit of trash there. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to use the loo and head back to my seat.
That was the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
I got back to my seat and put my bed down for a little bit and enjoyed some of the beautiful views out over North America.
One thing I was not expecting on a domestic flight was the amenity kit, and it's a Missoni one. Not a brand, again, a brand I've not heard of, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what's inside. It looks quite nice, feels quite chunky. Alright, okay, quite a nice bag actually, quite a nice pouch. This will do lovely to put a few cables and things in. Look at that. I'm still using my Kuwait Airways one from many years ago. It's falling to bits now, so this might do. We've got a beautiful, what's this? Beautiful eye mask, earplugs, Delta socks. Look at them, look. We've even got the Delta logo on them. I like them. Keeping them aside, I'm going to use them. A paper pen, toothbrush, lip balm, hand cream, quite a large tube of toothpaste, and that's it. Quite nice. All in all, not a bad amenity kit for a domestic flight anyway. I love those stocking thing, not stockings, are they? They're like little sports socks, very nice. Got the Delta logo on them, I shall be using those. Perfect.
We carried on our way and eventually started to get close to the west coast of the US.
We are approaching the halfway point of this epic flight, and we've not even left the coast of the mainland US yet. We are 5.5 hours in, We've got about another 5.5 to 6 hours left to go, and we're just over, as you can see right now, we're just over sort of southern Washington State, northern Oregon, before we coast out over the Pacific Ocean for the next half of the flight. This is just crazy long. It is literally a long haul flight. I don't know what I expected of this flight, for it not to be a long haul flight, but it really is. It's like going to Asia or going to Europe or something. Everybody's sleeping around the cabin, some people are drinking, some people are watching movies. It just really is like going to a very far-flung destination, and yet we're still going to be in the US. So crazy. And there we are then, coasting out over the coast of Portland, Oregon. Our feet are officially wet, and we are just over halfway through the flight, and now we've got to cross the Pacific to get across to Hawaii. Hawaii, Hawaii, I like Hawaii.
As we got closer to Hawaii, I thought it was a good time to start trying to be a little bit productive on the Wi-Fi. With a little help from my good friend ChatGPT, I was able to make some useful changes to my flight database I've built that I use behind the scenes, and use some charm on my new AI friend. While ChatGPT was in a good mood, I figured I'd try and get her to find some other flights that were shorter than this one, and she obliged, willingly. So here's some flights you can take that are shorter than this domestic flight. In less time than flying from Boston to Hawaii, I could fly from London to LA at 11 hours and 20 minutes. From Spain, I could fly from Madrid to Sao Paulo with a whole hour to spare at 10.5 hours. If you head to South Africa, you could fly from Joburg to London in less time at 11 hours and 30 minutes, and from Australia you could fly from Sydney to Beijing in 11 hours and 10 minutes before flying back from Tokyo to Auckland in 10 hours 55. Of course, if you were a real sadist, you could head to Scotland and take the world's shortest flight from Westray to Papa Westray, a grand total of 347 times in the time it took me to get to Hawaii. Now that's a lot of deep-fried Mars bars. Thanks, ChatGPT.
You're very welcome, Noel. Always happy to help out with your aviation adventures. Let me know if you need more flights, quirky routes, or anything else. I'm here for it.
I have to say, this flight is proper dragging. I suppose it is an 11-hour flight. It's a very long way. But when you think of domestic flights, you think, oh, a couple of hours, that's all. You don't sort of prepare yourself for the fact that actually I'm flying the same distance on this flight as I would if I was going to Turkey, or if I was in the UK taking a flight to like Singapore or somewhere like that. Think of it that way. It's crazy. This is such a long flight. Hopefully we'll be there soon. Just want to land, stretch my legs.
And so with my work done, it was time to have a look through the in-flight entertainment on board this Airbus A330. To be honest, there was quite a nice selection of movies. They'd got everything listed here. It was like a mobile version of Netflix. Aside from the movies, there was a good choice of TV as well, and the flight map, which was quite good. The only issue was that the screen wasn't very responsive at all, and it was a bit of a pain trying to get it to recognise what I was trying to do with my fingers. I didn't have long to worry about that though, because pretty soon they were coming around with the second meal service, and I went for the burger, which was quite nice.
We have finally started our descent into Honolulu. Goodness me. We'll be there soon on the ground, hopefully.
Now here's a tip: if you fly into Honolulu from the US, sit on the right hand side of the plane, because the approach as you come around the islands is just absolutely amazing. We flew right past Honolulu Airport before making a U-turn over the other end of the island and coming in for our final approach. My flight over to Honolulu today cost me $1,600, or about 4.6 million Burundi francs. I would only rate it a 4-star though, because the seat was pretty tired and the entertainment system was quite dated too.
Alright, I'm landing. The journey is not over though yet. We're still sitting out on the taxiway because they've got a ground crew to buzz into the gate. Oh, I just want to get off.
Eventually though, the gate crew turned up and we pulled onto the stand.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Freedom! 12 hours to the minute after stepping on board that plane, and we're off. 11 hours and 30 something minutes flight time. The world's longest domestic flight. Done. Right, let's get to my hotel. Of course, the good thing now is I've got off that really long flight. We can just head straight outside because we've not left the country, which just blows my mind, really, after that epic long flight. I forgot that Hawaii Airport was like this. When you stepped off the plane in Hawaii, it's all open air. It's quite nice. Hey, I tell you, it's a bit warmer here than it was up in Boston and pretty much everywhere else I've been in the last few days. It's lovely and warm. It's just like being at home. I've got to go and wait for Lang Lang. Lang Lang in a Tesla. It's going to take me to my hotel. Hi there, Lang Lang. Yes. Hello. Yeah, no problem. Check it in, please.
Have you stayed at this property before?
No, not here. Last time we were here, we were down at I was with the family and we went to the Disney place along the coast. So yeah, it was quite nice.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it's nice around there. Nice beaches and things.
In your key packet, I'm gonna put some water tickets.
Okay.
You bring the tickets down and get you more bottle of water.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
One ticket per 2 bottles.
Okay.
This one gets you a free appetizer when you buy an entree for lunch and dinner at a restaurant.
Okay.
This one, if you have any friends or family that wants to join you,
Okay.
buy one, get one half off for breakfast.
All right. Thank you.
Put that in here. Wi-Fi information is going to be underlined in the back of your key packet.
Amazing. Thank you.
Is it okay to send you a welcome text message? If
Yes,
you need
absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Just text
Yeah,
us back.
that sounds good. Thank you very much.
You should be all set to go.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Elevator. Elevator right there by the left.
Yeah.
Level 1 is where we have our restaurant, pool, and bar.
Okay,
Level
cool.
2 is adult only pool and a 24-hour gym.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, shit. Ugh. Elevators. Room. This is not a good start. All right, welcome to Hawaii, Honolulu, the capital city of Hawaii. Oh dear, and I made it. That was a very long flight. Honolulu, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna make me sound really horrible, but bit of a shithole, really. I've been here before. It's not my favourite city in the world. I don't enjoy coming here that much, to be honest, because it's just full of just really grotty, grimy areas. It's not very nice. Although I do have quite a nice view from here down over the like marina thing. This is my room here. We've got 2 very tiny beds. We've got a microwave. We've got a coffee machine. We've got a telly. Do we have a mini bar? Yeah, it's empty. And the bathroom. Oh, we've got an iPad on the wall here. What's this thing do? Oh, it's not. It's a picture frame. You tell how tired I am. Wow. And a bathroom. I want an actual shower, not a stupid little poxy bath with a shower over it. That's not bad. Anyway, we made it to Honolulu in Hawaii. Crazy long journey. Crazy. I think, the thing is with that, I knew it was a long journey when I booked it. Yes, I did. Absolutely. And everyone's probably watching this go, well, you knew what you were letting yourself in for. Yeah, I did. But somehow in your mind, when you think of a domestic flight, you think, well, it's not going to be that bad, surely. And it was long. And then I suppose you have to sort of think about other 11, 12-hour flights I've done. And you're talking flights from Europe to sort of Singapore, or from London to Joburg, or from, I don't know, from like London to, even London to LA is not as far as this. So yeah, it's a very, very long way, but we are here and we've got a couple of awesome things to do over the next couple of days before we head back to the mainland to crack on with this adventure. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. Take care, be kind to one another, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.